So, it is officially, I think this is March 6th now. So yeah, Friday night, March 6th, and we are getting closer and closer and closer to the day we leave. So this is Friday. We're not going to leave this Monday, but we're going to leave next Monday. So I'm always horrible with math when it comes to dates. So it's somewhere around the 10-day mark. So it's coming up. It is getting pretty close. It is getting pretty close. I went out today. Basically went to a store around here called Microcenter, which is very good for computer stuff. I was trying to look for some technology items there. I actually didn't find what I wanted, but I did some video footage just to show you guys the inside of Microcenters, because if you guys are into computers, if you guys are into technology, Microcenter is one of those places that you want to go. It's a type of place, like, you don't see very many stores like this. It's not like Best Buy or Fry's or any of that. Well, I'm not sure about Fry's. Fry's may have this kind of stuff, but you can go in there and you can actually do things like you can buy motherboards. Like, they have this entire wall of motherboards. They have a wall of CPUs. You can even go in there and you can buy Arduino boards or Raspberry Pi, like retail, right off the shelf. So if you are a geek, if you are a true diehard geek, and if you've never been to a Microcenter, definitely go to a Microcenter. They're like an old school computer store that have everything in the world, and everything from drones to rocket, building model rockets, to, again, like I say, motherboards and computer cases and all that kind of stuff. So I went there today to try to find a camera strap, actually. You talk about the weird things that are difficult to find, that you wouldn't think would be difficult to find. And I was having problems finding a camera strap for this new 4K camera. So basically, I'm going to be taking this 4K camera around with me everywhere, because it's a 4K camera. But the issue that I have with it is that it didn't come with like any kind of strap so that I could just strap it to myself. So, normally, like when you have a camera, you just have like an over the shoulder strap or over the neck strap, so that you have it with you. So like when I used to take just normal photographs with a DSLR, you just have the around the neck strap, and you take your pictures, and when you're done, you kind of drop it, or you put it through your arm or whatever, and it's really easy. Well, the weird thing is like when I bought this camera doesn't come with a strap. And then going out to look for straps is like absolutely impossible. There were no straps anywhere. I went to Target to look for straps. I went to Walmart to look for straps. I went to Microcenter to look for straps. There's not really very many photography or camera stores anymore, so I couldn't really go there. So I went to Microcenter to try to find a camera strap, of all things. Again, it's all this weird crap that you can't find that always surprises you. The stuff that you think would be difficult is easy to find, and then camera straps are what are difficult. So I ended up not being able to find a camera strap there. I actually came home and I took a strap off of one of my gym bags, and I'm ending up using a gym bag strap as my camera strap, because that's the only thing I could find out. So basically went off to Microcenter today to take a look at that. The other improvement that I did that should be interesting for the video editing is I grabbed one of the sample smartphone holders that one of the vendors had sent me for my other channel, and I suction cupped that to my dashboard, and then I started playing with taking 4K video using my Note 4 as I drive. So normally when you're driving, you don't really think it will make very good video, because you're going through just suburbs or crappy places. But what I've been thinking about, as we drive out into the Rocky Mountains, or as we drive into some of these very interesting areas, like if you drive like the back hills of West Virginia, that is just some amazing views. That really, the only way you could capture it is if you have a little camera mounted to your car. So what I did was I used this little suction mount thing in order to mount the Note 4, my little Note 4 smartphone, onto my dashboard, so that it's very easy to turn it on and to record while I'm driving. So you're seeing some footage of that now, and hopefully that will be a good thing going into the future. So I think that'll be a nice, transition. When I talk about when we drove into the Grand Canyon, or when we drove into the town, and you can actually see a little picture, video of us driving into the town. I think that will be a good thing for creating these videos and making it interesting. Other than that, the weather has still been piss poor. Hopefully it'll be getting better tomorrow. So it got up to a whole high of 28 degrees today. Some snow melted because of the sun beating down on it, but not a whole lot of snow. But from here on out, from now until when we leave, it should be nice warm weather. So tomorrow I think it's supposed to be 40 some odd degrees, and then like a couple days from now it's supposed to be like 55 degrees, and so it should be above 40 from now until when we leave. So that will be good, because one, it will make us more motivated. Like when it's all cold and snowy outside, you don't really want to do anything, to be honest with you. So it'll make us more motivated. And then also for things like moving the trailer around and doing just some functional things outside, having the snow melt and it be warm will be a very good thing. And hopefully the weather stays warm, because, again, our first stop will be down in Colonial Williamsburg, which is only about 3.5 hours south from where we are. So hopefully, the hope is as things keep getting warmer, that by the time we get down there, it'll be decent. Even if it's not like 80 degrees, hopefully it'll be like 60 degrees down there. That would be in for a nice time. So the weather is going along good. Tonto is doing well. Basically, I think we just have to keep Tonto off the meds. It's just one of those little tips for any of you guys who put your dogs on medication. So we were given these meds. So Tonto, our little corgi, has bone cancer, and so we were given these meds for him to make him feel better. Well, the weird thing is he didn't really seem to be in pain to begin with. So it was like, we knew he had bone cancer, so we got this tumor out, and then they gave us like these steroids and these medications for pain. And the thing was, he didn't really seem to be in pain, but whenever we give him the meds, he gets really, really, really sluggish, and then really doesn't want to eat, and it just doesn't seem to be like he's enjoying himself. So before it was so bad, when I've talked about, we actually thought he was like dying. Like he literally stopped eating to the point we thought he was dying, until he stopped eating, which meant he stopped taking his medications, which meant he then got hungry again. So we stopped giving him that med, but then the doctor gave us a different medication to give him, and we started giving that to him like a day or two ago, and then like as soon as we started giving that to him, he started acting like a slug. So we're basically pulling him off of all the meds, because he doesn't really seem to be in pain to begin with. And then when we do put it, it's like the meds are literally worse than not meds. It's like if he's not on the meds, he seems to be doing fine. You put him on the meds, he seems to be doing like crap. So, sometimes in life you just gotta take your corgi off the meds, So beyond that, I went out and saw one of my buddies today, Tony. So Tony, he actually now is he's somebody I know from the startup community around here and from doing tech business. And it was interesting. That's kind of what the topic that I want to talk to you guys today about, is because I was talking to him about this whole adventure and the whole idea of failed normal and doing these videos. And one of the things that we were talking about is, we were discussing things, and I was talking about why I shut down my consulting business back in 2009. And the reason is because I kind of saw the writing on the wall for you want to be able to make as much money doing just tech consulting anymore. And then I was talking to him, rolled into doing the videos for Eli the computer guy, where doing all these tech videos on servers and network cabling and all that kind of stuff. And I was talking to him about it, and I was talking about this business, and one of the reasons I was talking about this business is because I was telling him, it's like I kind of see the writing on the wall for even doing the kind of computer work that I've been teaching people for about the past 5.5 years. So 5.5 years, been teaching people with videos how to do data recovery and install operating systems and do servers and all that kind of stuff. But as we start looking into the future, it's obvious that more and more people are going to these cloud-based systems, beyond people just going to cloud-based systems so they don't need tech support for people to help them with tech support. Beyond that, these systems are becoming more and more stable, more and more reliable, to the point that you don't really need IT people the way that you used to need IT people like a whole 5 years ago, right? 5 years ago, you really needed IT support staff, like a lot of them. And as time goes by, you start to see that you need fewer and fewer of those people. And why I was thinking about this is because on my normal channel, I talk to my viewer base, and basically I've told them, if YouTube blows up, if YouTube no longer makes me any money, I would just go to the server room. I just go back to the server room, go back to a data center, be a CTO for a startup company or something like that. And talking with Tony today, it actually made me wonder if in fact I would actually go back to a server room. It's one of those, what's hard with the modern world is to start to realize when the career you've made has started to become obsolete. And not just one skill of your career, but your career overall becomes obsolete. So really, at the end of the day, like if I look at myself and I kind of judge what I am, really the core of my professional skill set is being an IT, an information technology professional. I know how to build servers, I know how to maintain servers, I know how to run cable, I know how to build networks, I know how to do all that kind of stuff, right? And so it's like one of those things, you keep trotting along and you do what you're doing and you do what you're doing and you do what you're doing, and if you don't think about it, you may not realize that at a certain point that what you do really is no longer necessary at all. And the only reason that you've been getting paid up until the point that you are is that everybody is still kind of using obsolete systems, and therefore they still come to you for support. But at a certain point, they will stop using those old obsolete systems, and then your job goes away. And it's something to think about in this modern world. And that's where, I talk with people and I say, you need to get out of your little echo chamber where everybody's saying the same thing. You need to get out of your head, because I see that with so many people, is that they get so focused on their career, and they get so focused on what they know, and they get so focused on what they think, that at a certain point, the rest of the world stops caring about all those things, but they don't even realize it. You're not listening to the rest of the world. And that's where I'm sitting here, and I'm thinking, with what I will do going in the future, because I'm 38 years old, so, 38. So I've got 30 more years of I've got 30 more years of professional life. And, one of the questions is, what will my career be going forward? And it's easy to assume, okay, well, this YouTube thing, this is a nice thing. It might be a temporary thing. If it comes, if it goes, I don't really care, because I will go off and I will go back to the server room. But the question is if I wanted to go off and go to the server room, would the server room still exist for me to go to? And now, for some reason, my little smoke alarm is beeping. I don't know why my smoke alarm is beeping, because there's nothing in here other than me. Maybe the power is going down. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. If you see me pass out on this video, you will know how I died. Eli ignored the smoke alarm, and then he died. That's horrible. That's horrible. But anyways, so that's just something to be thinking about, like I say, with careers and all that stuff going forward, as I've seen that happen to so many people. Even in my lifetime, where they're going along and they feel cool and they feel awesome, and then all of a sudden their job and their career has completely disappeared, and they haven't even realized it and haven't even planned on it. And so that's kind of what I wonder about myself. Has my career as a tech professional really run its course? Even if I'm still making money right now, even if I'm still world-renowned right now, is the writing already on the wall? Is it already a dead career walking? And that is obnoxious as hell. That is as obnoxious as you think it is. Yeah, just one of those things to think about in this modern world. Because again, I know a lot of people out there would be like, what do you mean, Eli? You're in IT, you're in tech. That is the future. It's like, well, kind of, sort of. A component of tech is the future. But even that component of tech is the future only for now. At a certain point, it'll go away. So like app development is huge. You make lots and lots of money doing app development right now. But within the next decade, app development probably won't be that popular anymore. And it's that whole cycle. You just things keep turning over and changing and moving. And are you changing with the world? Because if you don't change with the world, and the world keeps changing, seems like you'll just get buried. But that's my thought for today. I will wrap this up a little more quickly than I normally would, simply because that is a very obnoxious little alarm up there. Oh, that is so horrible. And I have to figure out what is going on with it. So there we go. I think this is March 6th. This is March 6th. I think this is March 6th, Friday, March 6th. We're pretty close to starting on this trip. Very excited about it. See you guys tomorrow.